So if everybody could take out a piece of paper and get started on our entry task. Is that big enough that everybody can see it? Awesome. And we'll take about 1 minute to do that. I know it says 30 seconds. About 30 more seconds. All right, we will come back. And the purpose of today's activity is to learn and cite definitions. The keyword today is cite. And we're going to talk about postulates, definitions, and common notions as they were provided by Euclid. Who knows who Euclid is? Does anybody know who Euclid is? Mercer? Do you remember?
Yeah, he is one of the founders for math, specifically for axiomatic geometry.
Yeah, so Euclid was born around 300 BC, and he basically created the geometry that we're learning in this class, which is really cool. And he uses a small list of definitions that he takes for granted, and we're going to cover some of those today. And at the end of the lesson today, we're going to learn how to understand the vocabulary and apply those definitions for a proof in creating an equilateral triangle. So that's going to be pretty fun. So we're going to use the double journal entry. And if everybody could kind of make their piece of paper look like this, where your entry task is up here. And then today we're going to be doing a double entry journal where the definitions are going to go on the right side, and the vocab is going to go on the right. And if I could just see your face when you're finished. That's almost everyone. So in the next few slides, you're going to notice something about the way these definitions are worded. And why do you think that they're worded so differently? So if you could keep that in mind, we'll come back to that at the end. Well, I don't want to give it away. So does anybody want to take a stab at what should go in that blank right there? A blank is that which has no parts. Something that has no parts. John, go ahead.
Circle.
A circle has no parts?
Yeah.
Who agrees with that? Do people agree with that? Raise your hand. Anybody have another suggestion? Lily?
A point?
A point, yeah, exactly. You're not completely off, but circle does have the rounded nature to it, so there's a lot of parts to a circle. And so here's an example of a point. And if we had, a point, so if everybody wants to add this to their double entry journal, something that doesn't have any parts. And on this side, I want you to actually use your own language to define these terms. So I'm going to write what Euclid wrote, but you should write something that you will remember what a point is very specifically. Okay, want to try another one? Now this is kind of strangely worded, so let's take a stab with it.